Hi, Steve White, Steve White's 89. Well, San Diego Comic Con. We got some Master Universe reveals, and the big main one I want to talk about, of course, is the Snake Lair. Now, they revealed this last year. It was a disaster. They ran it as a competition. Everyone wanted it. It was basically one that got voted on most. It was a great design. And then for some reason, they seemed to think that was the starting off point, and they just went totally off on this other trajectory. And it's like they were trying to outdo the Eternia playset or something. And they came back with just this over the top, too much, too expensive, too complicated, not what we actually asked for playset, and we all just went no. And they turned around and went, oh, gee, we really, okay. And they actually, to their credit, pulled back and basically went back to the drawing board and started all over again, went back to the original design and said, okay, let's just do that. And they did a really good job of it. When I first saw pictures of it, I thought, it's kind of flat. Like Castle Grayskull, the original one was very shapely and sculpted, whereas the Origins one was a bit boxy. Now you got more volume on the inside, and it felt more solid, but it felt a bit more boxy. This one looked like that as well, but it's really just the front, because the snake part, which I thought would be really pushed out, is like really flat. But when you get around and turn the other side of it, you've got like platforms, and the bottom sort of section comes out where there's like the drain and all that stuff, and you've got like the big snake head that pops up in telescopes and has like torpedoes coming out of its mouth and all that sort of stuff. So they've done a good job of that. They've managed to make it very interactive and have a lot of play. What's it called? Playactivity or something. Like you've got an elevator, you've got a trap jaw, you've got a couple of traps, you've got just different spaces. You've got the tower, of course, and all that sort of stuff. So the tower towers over Castle Grayskull by a bit, and I was a little bit annoyed. Like, no, don't make it bigger than Castle Grayskull. But so yeah, so they managed to fix that problem because they just over designed and went too far with the other one, and no one liked it, no one wanted it, and they realized, well, we can't produce it. I think they loved it and wanted. I think they really fell in love with it. They would have liked to have produced it, but we didn't want it. So who's going to buy it? So they had to go back, and I did sense a bit of sadness when some of the people were talking about it. They were like, well, yes, it's not what the fans wanted, so this is what we've done now. Even though we did the other one that we really liked. So I felt a little bad for some of them. I'm sure they had the best of intentions. They just got on the wrong trajectory, and just no one told them until it was too late, and they were already like, hey, and like, no, so... But yeah, so it looks really good. I plan to get it. I didn't get the Snake Mountain because it wasn't different enough from the original. I love the Castle Grayskull, and if you put two back to back, the original one and the new one, it's like a whole fort. It feels like the whole thing. So I found having two of them being very functional. Having two Snake Mountains didn't make a lot of sense, and they didn't fix anything with it. They put that little tip on it, which made it look a little bit more like Castle Grayskull in the cartoons, but still not enough. Now, if you get a little waterfall from like one of the third-party people, that kind of helps. But what I want is a cartoon collection Snake Mountain that looks like the original Snake Mountain. And maybe the outside is a little plain because it's basically just spikes and a snake, but you can do a lot of stuff with the inside stuff, which they could have done. So I'm hoping we get that, because I'm sick of this trying to make the original design look more like the animation one, and sort of trying to have some sort of in-between version. I'm like, keep the original with its toy design that people remember as the toy, and then give us the animated version that we always saw and want a new version of. So I'm hoping in the cartoon collection, along with the repainted Castle Grayskull, which is actually more from the original design of it. The fact that at least trying to sell another Castle Grayskull, maybe we'll get another Snake Mountain, but it will be more like the one from the cartoon. That's what I hope. But either way, the Snake Lair looks amazing, because I mean, I like the Snake Men. I remember reading the cartoon, the comic, how they had the armies and everything, and that realm of the Snake Men. I sort of thought there was a lot there to play with, and I've been very welcoming of all the Snake Men that they've done, and the designs all look pretty good. So I've got pretty much all of them, and I don't mind getting more. So I'm happy to have a playset for them to like all live in that. And the Lady Sliver, you get a figure with it. She's like a skeletal version. She's got a throne as well. There's like the floors, lift up and sit in place and all that. And it's really quite well done, and I'm looking forward to getting it. And I'm glad they didn't push on and just go, well, we'll just market it and they'll buy it because we want them, because that's what, they actually pulled back and realized, no, we make the stuff for the fans. We don't make stuff and then make the fans buy it, or just find ways for them, try and make them buy it or something. So they actually didn't get, too full of themselves and realize they work for us. And if we don't buy it, they go out of business. So yeah, looking forward to it. I'm not going to actually back it. I'll see if it goes through, and then I'll just buy it along with everyone else. And hopefully we'll get at least the lady sliver with it. There's another couple of layers, lock levels or whatever. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the new redesign of the snake lair. I'm really glad they did it. Really glad they did it.